If ever there is an issue between you and the man that you're dating, and he says, I need time to think, he does not need time to think. He knows exactly how he feels about whatever's going on between you.
The question is, why do some women entertain non-communicative men? The men that do not communicate, they prefer to communicate to other people aside from the person that they're in a romantic relationship with. So far, they are your boyfriend, your fiance, your husband, your anything you can call it. They will not communicate to you until, but they will communicate with other of their friends, their family, their co-worker, but they will never communicate with you. Why does that happen? I have this 9 minutes video to share with you all to watch to the end. So kindly watch this video and I'll share my opinion at the end of the video. But while you're watching, kindly put your thought about this video down in the comment section.
If ever there is an issue between you and the man that you're dating, and he says, I need time to think, he does not need time to think. He knows exactly how he feels about whatever's going on between you.
Yeah.
He just does not want to say it to you.
To your face.
He does not want to say it to your face.
Yeah.
Because he does not want to be bluntly honest about where he's at. Because he doesn't want you to react. Mm-hmm. He wants to control how you're going to react to the information that he is processing. Because men will meet up with another man, one of their homeboys, and they will be able to articulate exactly what they are feeling in that moment to them. Yeah. If they were to ask him what's going on, he would divulge that information to them, but he will not divulge it to you, the woman that he is with, the partner that he is with. He won't do it to you because he does not want you to react and make a decision based on his information. Yeah. Back when I used to date women, there was one woman I was with where it was like three to 4 months into our relationship. She ends up telling me that she is unable to carry children. Now, prior to this, I told her my desires, my dreams of a family. I told her I wanted 8 children at the time. I wanted a big family. And it was not until 3 to 4 months in that she told me that she's unable to carry. And I remember the night that she told me, I said, okay, I understand that. Yeah, I can't do anything about that, right? But I started thinking about it more and more, about my dream of having a big family. And I talked to friends. This goes back to men that always know what they are thinking, but they don't want to say it to your face. So I talked to some friends about it, about how it made me feel. And I was trying to process with them, but I didn't want to say any of this to her face. So a couple days go by, and I end up running to her apartment late at night. It was like 9 p.m. I ran to her apartment before curfew. This is back in college. My college had curfews for men cannot be in the same apartment as women. And I knocked on the door, and she opened it. I was dead silent. She didn't notice. She just opened the door and said, hey, babe. And then she walked back to the kitchen because she was doing dishes. I did not say a word, and she didn't realize that I didn't say a word to her. She was just, oh, it's you, boyfriend. And she went back to doing the dishes. And she was talking. She was talking until she noticed that I wasn't responding to her. And so she looks away from the dishes. She looks at me because I'm by the dining room table in her apartment. And she says, what's wrong? Because I have never not responded to her for over a minute, 2 minutes, just silent. And I told her, I don't know how to process, what you told me about, not being able to have kids. I don't. I was stuttering. I couldn't make complete sentences to a point where she grabs my hand and she says, is this a deal breaker? And I shook my head. I said, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I was trying to process. I was not finished processing yet. I'm sorry. Again, correction. I had processed it, but I didn't want to say it to her face. I did not want to say to her face, yes, this might be a deal breaker for me. I didn't want to say it because I didn't want her to react a certain type of way. I refused to let her know exactly what I knew, how I felt, and what I was thinking. But again, I told my friends explicitly how I was feeling in my back and forth, but I wouldn't tell her about my back and forth. And so she was like, okay, I told her I need time. And she said, okay. That is not fair. That is not fair. Just tell someone that you need time to process. You don't need time to process. You have already processed. You were in the process of processing. But you don't want to say it to them to where they might react differently. And that's not fair, because especially for women, that men will leave women on not a heartstring, on a thread. Men will leave women on a thread because the woman does not know what's going on, how he's processing it, because he refuses to let her know about what his thought process is. He'll say, "I need time." Men don't need time. Men are making, at that point in time, the reason that I said I needed time, because I was deciding for myself, what am I going to do? I was not considering her feelings. I was not considering how my thought process and my, damn, there's a word I'm trying to think of. I'll just say thought process, though. My thought process was still going. And I wasn't thinking about how my decision would impact her. I was only thinking of myself. And men will say to women like, "Oh, you're being too pushy." How dare a man tell a woman that she's being pushy when she is trying to make sure that he will not emotionally scar her, while he's trying to figure out, what is he going to do? Is he going to break up with her? Is he going to decide that he's going to stay with her because he likes what he gets from her, but he'll end up doing stuff on the side, cheat on the side, or do something on the side, right? Or he's with her as a placeholder for whatever reason, right? Maybe he wants to stay with her because he has no place to stay. Or, again, he enjoys the benefits he gets from her, but he's not ready to break her off, so he's looking for a replacement. Men always know. A man telling you that he needs time to process is him wanting to control how you're going to react. Because he does not want to give you the right for you to process along while he is processing about what you're going to do when it comes to your emotions, because he has you hanging by a thread, by a what is it, thread string? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. But he has you hanging by a thread because you're wondering, oh, he needs time, he'll get back to me. Men are using that time to decide what they're going to do for themselves, how they're going to protect themselves, how they are going to self-prioritize. And, there's another word I'm trying to think of. Self-preservation. Men are working on their own self-preservation while leaving you out to dry. And then when men finally come to a conclusion, they've decided, they've processed it, right? But then for you had to wait until he finished processing, and now you got to process whatever his decision is, whatever his thought process is, if he's even being honest about it. I commented on a post that, I don't know if y'all know the audio that's like, where it's like, I started, it all started when I was young, and then it's women doing a skit where they like get really quiet. Either they have their man in the video, or it's just themselves pretending that there's a man in the video, where they're like, okay, yeah, let me hear you. And I commented saying, why do y'all entertain non-communicative, emotionally immature men? And some woman did a video reply to my comment. She said that, like when I'm there, I'm for my man. And when I know that he does not share himself all the way, I'm still going to be there. I'm going to hold him down. Again, why do y'all entertain non-communicative, emotionally immature men? Why? How many more warnings, how many more stories do people have to hear of how men who do not communicate inevitably harm the women that they are with, harm the family that they are with? That men will self-prioritize themselves and not think about how them going in their own little bubble and figuring out how they're going to manage their emotions so they can move forward, how doing that and not including the women, the family that they have chose to make, causes harm. Because inevitably, the woman that men are with, the family that they have, they notice the change, they notice the distance, and it's affecting them. But a lot of men don't accept that, they don't admit that, and then act accordingly, of saying, how can they minimize that they're trying to process what is happening, what they're going through, so they don't cause emotional damage to the people that love them, that they have decided, they have chosen to involve themselves with. Stop defending non-communicative men. Men can always communicate, it's just they refuse to. They refuse to communicate to you because they want to control how you're going to react, and they want to control the investment that you have in the relationship with them. They want to control their access to you versus allowing you to also process and decide for yourself what you're going to do. And that is not fair.
To think I filmed this video a few days ago, I was about editing and I noticed that my mic was really, really bad. But that's not the case. We've got a new mic now. Yay! Anyways, let me know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section. What is your take on non-communicative men, and why do you agree that some men will not communicate with their partner, but they will communicate with their co-worker? For me, this thing has happened to me in my past relationship. Maybe this is my relationship as well. I just feel like these men feel more comfortable communicating with their friends, and it's so annoying. It affects relationship because sometimes these men will tell you, I don't want to tell you this thing because I don't know how you're going to react, or they'll tell you they don't know any, like they just act like nothing is going on. They act like they're good, but then you see them opening their mind out, opening out to talk about everything with their friends, with their colleagues, or let's just say their guys. They talk about it. You see a man like probably went to work, maybe a husband, he went to work and probably had issues at the office. He's going to link up with his friend first after work and be like, meet me up at so place. Let us link up. And they will talk about what happened at the office. Going home, he's not going to say anything to his wife. His wife will be like, how was work today? He will just be like, I'm good. He's not going to communicate to her. I feel like this kind of thing affects the relationship. And also when your wife eventually find out about it, it might, get to another issue. Another way or another scenario is that this man might be, having issue at the office and coming back home, transferring the aggression to the woman. But then if he's with his friend, he will not transfer aggression, be able to communicate and tell his friend what's going on. But the question is, why do we women, entertain non-communicative men? I feel like I would love when a man communicates to me, tell me what it is, tell me what you feel, tell me how it is. Don't tell me you don't want to hurt my feelings. Don't tell me you don't want to tell me this because you feel like I'm not, it hasn't gotten to the stage for me to know. And I feel like they are doing it because they are selfish about themselves. Just as the creator that posted this video talking about him and his girlfriend, talking about, childbirth and everything. He had processed it. He already know. He has already processed it, knowing not to hurt his own feeling. But he doesn't want to talk to his partner about it. But they will act like they don't want to tell you because they are protecting you. But no, they are just protecting themselves. Because imagine you know something and you know this thing is going to hurt you, or but you already had it in your mind and you've processed it, you've measured it, you've seen the good, the bad, the ugly in your mind, you've processed it, you sat down for dates, process it before saying it out. It won't really hurt you. It's the person receiving it that will hurt so much. I'll be like, what? How long have you had this in your mind? So this this old non-communicative men thing, I feel like most men are on this, and to me, I don't know why they feel so much comfortable talking to their friends more than talking to their own, girlfriend, wife, and all of that. I feel like they are not really comfortable. Like, is it just me? Because I see this everywhere and it has happened to me. So I know sometimes before you can get to know what is in the mind of your partner, you have to check his phone and be like, okay, what really happened? They won't tell you everything, just tell you the surface, but then they'll tell their friends the deep ones that they don't want you to know. If if you're a man watching this video, why do you guys do this? Like, why do you do this? Anyways, let me know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section. I would like to know your thoughts about this video. Like, why do you think we women, even knowing that these men do not communicate, so why are we still with why are we still with them? And what do you think about a man that do not communicate fully to his partner? Do you think that the relationship is going to be healthy? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Anyways, this country is still hot, hence the sweat. I'll see you all in my next video, and thank you all so much for sticking out to this point. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe, and turn on the post notification bell so you can get notified when I upload another interesting video like this one. Bye.